Hello everyone. I am so glad you have joined me today. I love sharing my ideas with you and I hope I inspire you with today's creation. And it is a Case the Catty, but I did a masculine version. And I also did the inside and the envelope. Join me in the studio and I'll show you how. This week is my Case the Catty series, and I'm actually going to take this card that's on the front of the Occasions catalog that expires June 2nd. So if you want anything out of here, gotta get it. And I'm gonna make it a masculine card. All right, so I chose to look at this image, and for mine, I am using Sailing Home, and I'm specifically using the lighthouse and the small boat. For this background piece, because I'm not doing a sentiment on mine, I'm using a piece of Balmy Blue, and I'm going to use the Everyday Label punch for it. I had to have scrap paper to stamp my lighthouse and my ship. I'm using a die from the coordinating dies, and I'm going to do some seaweed, and I'm going to use Vellum for it. My card base is Whisper White, and it's 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. I am using some of the Come Sail Away DSP. I have this striped paper to be this piece down here, and it's 1 inch by 5.5. I have a tiny scrap from one of the pieces. I don't even know which pattern it is, but it's 3/8 of an inch by 5.5. I'm using the compass piece, and it is 3 by 5.5. Okay. I have my envelope, and I have the coordinating die pieces for the sailboat, the lighthouse, and the seaweed. I have Night of Navy ink to do my stamping. I pulled in some of the metallic pearls. The silver are all I have left for my sequins. But I also pulled in the Sail Away trinkets that I'm going to use on my Everyday Label punch. So that's the reason why I'm not putting a sentiment. So with that in mind, let's get started. First thing I need to do is get my card put together, and I forgot my punch. It's the Detailed Trio punch, which is going to round my corners. So let's get the card front put together, and then I can take and round my corners. So I'm gonna fold my card and use my bone folder. All right. First piece I'm gonna put on is this piece. And I may have grabbed, no, this one has some in here. And I'm gonna take my glue and I'm gonna put it on, and I'm going to put it even with this edge. There's no white showing. All right, so there it is. This piece goes on next, right next to it. I had a bubble in there. And I'm just going to take it and I'm going to butt it up against that piece. And then I'm kind of pushing it so that there's no space. And then this piece goes on the front like so. And there'll be a little tiny bit of white showing here. This probably could have been a little bit bigger, but I was using a scrap I had. So great way to use up your scraps. All of these were tiny, tiny scraps I had. Okay, oops. Shifted too much. Okay, come on. There we go. There. All right, so I've got that. Next thing I need is I'm going to go ahead and punch my punch. And before I forget it, I'm going to take and I'm going to round my corners. So I'm going to put this in here, making sure my sides are even. And it's going to shake the camera. Sorry, oops, it slipped on me. And then I'm going to do the same thing down here. And I have no clue why that is so far off, unless I glued it down wrong. Oops. Got to do the back too. Totally forgot the back. And this one, you probably could have done it all together, but I didn't. So there we go. Get rid of that. And I think I'm going to take this to my trimmer and I'm going to cut that off. Okay, major issue. I cut it off and then I was trying to even up the ends here and I put this into the wrong side of the punch and I punched a flourish, not rounded it. So I recreated the front, but there it is. All right, so my next element I need to deal with is this. So I'm going to pull in my 2 stamps and my scrap paper and my Night of Navy ink, and I'm going to stamp my lighthouse, and I just chose to use the Night of Navy. I didn't use any other colors. I just thought it would make a more cohesive card front. All right, now I am going to take and I'm going to cut both of these out and my seaweed, and I'll be back. All right, I have all my images cut. It's time to put this card together. And I am going to use my glue dots. And I cut 2 seaweeds because I think it's going to need it. So I'm going to put 1 there. And I'm using a glue dot to hold it in place because once I put the other things on it, you really won't see. I'm going to do this one at an angle. Now, the next piece that goes on is this, and it's going to kind of go under there. Actually, it needs to be straighter, so I'm going to put that on next. I just wanted to show you, you don't always have to stamp, pull it out a little, a sentiment. Just because it has it, you can do some other things. All right, this is going to go on with Dimensionals, which are hidden on this table somewhere. Huh. Oh, there they are, up there. I knew I had a bunch. So I'm going to add some Dimensionals here. And I'm going to put that on with Dimensionals also, so I'll go ahead and add those, and I can take all my backs off at once. All right, now. All right, got all my backs off. All right, so the first thing I'm going to put on is going to be the lighthouse. And it's going to go right about there. All right. My sailboat is going to go here, like so. You don't see much of the seaweed, but there is some texture there. Now I'm down to 2 trinkets left. Oh my, this will make 2 of each, I should say. All right, I'm going to do my ship's wheel there. And now some rhinestones. So see, I didn't do the sentiment, but I did use an element like that. And I'm going to pull this out. Let's see. This little one is sneaking away. So I'm going to put it there. And there. And there. And remember, always use odd numbers. It's more pleasing to the eye. So, there it is. That card made into a masculine card. Don't forget to do the inside and the envelope. All the supplies I've used today are in the information section below. I know you're going to want to case this cute masculine idea. The link to my store is there also. Don't wait too long because this paper retires soon and it's going to go fast. It's on sale. If you like my project, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and share my video with your friends. Don't forget to leave me a comment. It helps me out on YouTube. I have a Facebook group where I do Facebook Live on Mondays at noon for Lunchtime with Robbie, Thursday evenings at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I have added in Brunch with Robbie beginning stamping on Saturday morning at 10:30. Look for Creations in Paper on Facebook and join the fun. If you do not have a demonstrator, I would love to be your online person. Send me a message and I'll help you out in any way I can. I hope you will join me next week when I have my last one color wonder using accented blooms and blueberry bushel. Have a great day.